All right, 3.6, composition of functions. So we have some warm-ups here. So on A, we're going to plug in 3 into f of x. All these are f of x. So we're going to plug in a 3 here and here. So we're going to just copy it, 2, and then take the x out and put a 3 in, still square it, plus 5, take the x out, put a 3 in, minus 10. So right here, 3 squared is 9, times 2 is 18, plus 5 times 3 is 15, minus 10. So that is going to be 18 plus 15 is 33, minus 10 is 23. Or you might say 15 minus 10 is 5, 18 plus 5 is 23. Doesn't matter, okay? And you can also plug this into y equals on your calculator real quickly. I'm not going to do this for all of them, but I'll show you real quickly here. When you just have numbers, it won't work for C, but for A and B it will work. You can go to y equals and real quickly put in 2x squared plus 5x minus 10. You don't even have to graph it. You can just go to the table and look up 3. And there you see 23. And you can go to negative 5, which is the next one we're going to do. And 15. So we should get 15 here. So we're going to do 2, take that out, put negative 5 squared plus 5 times negative 5 minus 10. Okay. Now, remember, right here, if you plug this in your calculator, it might spit out negative 25. You have to be smarter than your calculator, and remember, a number squared is going to be positive. Okay, so 25 plus negative 25 minus 10. Now, here's why checking the calculator is a good thing, because this is going to give me negative 10 for an answer. And I realize I made a mistake somewhere. Where did I make my mistake? Maybe you see it already. I forgot my 2. So 2 times 25 is 50 minus 25 minus 10, and that's going to be 15. So again, I make mistakes too. I forgot the 2. But I had checked on the calculator and I realized I screwed up somewhere. So I double checked my work and found my error. Now, 2x. Still going to take the x out and substitute 2x in there. Take the x out and put 2x in there, minus 10. So 2x times 2x is 4x squared. Times this 2, I'm not going to forget this time, is 8x squared. Plus 5 times 2 is 10x minus 10, and there you go. It's still a quadratic, it's just a slightly different quadratic. Now we're going to talk about composition of functions. That's where we're plugging one function into another. And it can be written like this. Looks like fog. Or it can be written like this. I was throwing too many parentheses on this. There you go. These both read the same way. F of g of x. And now the important thing to remember is we're going this way. Even though we read it f of g of x, we're going to plug in and go backwards. Okay? So on the first one, it says we're using 3x minus 4 for f of x, x squared plus 10 for g of x. So we're going this direction, which means we're going to plug g into f. All right? So what that means is we're going to take f of x, which is 3. We're going to take the x out and put g of x in there. And then we don't forget this minus 4. So this is really 3x minus 4. And now we just simplify by distributing 3x squared plus 30 minus 4, 3x squared plus 26. Now this one reads g of f of x, but again, we're going to plug f into g. So we're going to write g is x squared, so we're going to take the x out and put this in for it, square it, plus 10. Now if you need to come off to the side and FOIL this or double distribute it, you can do that. I'm just going to do the shortcut where you square the first term, 9x squared. You multiply and double, so negative 12 doubled is negative 24x, and you square the last term. And there's the plus 10. Join like terms. 9x squared minus 24x plus 26. Now, this means plug 2 into g, and then whatever you get, the new number, plug into f. So we're going to plug a 2 into g first, take the x out, plug in a 2, and get this number. 2 squared plus 10, so that's 14. Now the 14 is going to be plugged into f of x. And then we're going to do 3 times 14, which is 42, minus 4, which is 38. Now again, we're going to plug this time 5 into f. So 3, take the x out, put a 5 in, minus 4, get a new number. 3 times 5 is 15, minus 4 is 11. And now this 11 we're going to plug into g. So we're going to take the x out, square it, plus 10. So that's 121 plus 10, which is 131. Going too fast, just slow it down. All right, so this is f of g of x. We're going to plug g into f. Notice we have an f, g, and h up here. So we're going to plug g into f. So take the x out and put negative 3x plus 1 in. And now we just distribute. Negative 15x plus 5, and we're done. All right, h of f of x. So we're going to plug f into h. So we're going to plug f into h. So we're going to put 2 parentheses 5x squared minus 3. So this right here squared is 25x squared. Don't forget the times 2. 50x squared minus 3. All right, f of g of 2. So we're going to plug this 2 into g, and then whatever number we get out of that, we're going to plug in here. So negative 3, take the x out and put a 2 in, plus 1. Well, that's negative 6 plus 1, which is negative 5. That is going to be plugged into f of x, which gives us negative 25. Okay, next one. We're going to plug negative 4 into h. So 2, negative 4 replaces the x, squared minus 3. Remember, this number squared is a positive. 16 times 2 is 32, minus 3 is 29. And that 29 is going to get plugged into g. So negative 3, take out the x, put in 29, plus 1. So 29 times negative 3 is negative 87, plus 1 is negative 86. Now, for E, we're just going to add F and G. So we literally just write, here's F, add it to G. Combine like terms, 2x plus 1 and that's it. Now notice here, this is not an open dot like in B. That means multiplication. So we're going to take F times G. So we're going to distribute here. 5 times -3 is -15, x times x. And then we're going to multiply here. Plus 5x, and we are finished on that one. Okay. Same idea. Here's an F. Here's our G. So we're going to plug G into F. Now this one's a little bit more work because we have 3. X is squared, so we have to put 2x minus 1 squared minus, careful here, minus x, so you need parentheses, 2x minus 1 plus 4. So here's a 3. I'm going to do my shortcut again. Square the first term. Square the last term. Multiply -2x and double, -4x. This negative just gets distributed to both, so that's minus 2x plus 1 plus 4. Now I need to distribute my 3 here, here, and here. So that's 12x squared minus 12x plus 3 minus 2x. I'm going to combine these right now because I'm here. Plus 5. And now I'm going to continue to clean up. 12x squared minus 12x minus 2x is minus 14x. 3 plus 5 is 8. All right, this time we're plugging F into G. So this whole thing is going to go right here. That's a little easier. It's just 2 times all of this. Minus 1. So we distribute here, here, and here. 6x squared minus 2x plus 8. And the minus 1 does not get the 2 because it's outside the parentheses. Combine like terms. 6x squared minus 2x, 8 minus 1 is 7. And then again on this one, we're going to plug the 5 in here. And whatever we get there, we're going to plug into G. So, plug the 5 into F. 3, take the x out, 5 squared, minus, take the x out, 5, plus 4. 5 squared is 25, times 3 is 75, minus 5 plus 4, so that's 74. Now that number is going to be plugged in right here. 2 times 74 minus 1. So 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 7 is 14, so that gives us 147. Okay. We're going to plug -2 into G. So 2, take out the x, minus 1. That's -4 minus 1, which is -5. That's going to get plugged in here and here. So 3, -5 squared, minus, now careful this one, minus -5 plus 4. So this squared again is 25 times 3 is 75. This becomes plus 5 plus 4, and that leads us to 84. All right, plugging a 2 into F. So 3, 2 squared minus 2 plus 4. 2 squared is 9. 2 squared is 4 times 3 is 12. Minus 2 plus 4. That's 14. Now that is going to get plugged into G. 2, take out the x, minus 1. That's 28 minus 1, which is 27. Now this is an interesting one. We're going to plug G into itself. So this is going to get plugged in right back here. 2, times 2x minus 1 minus 1. So that's going to give me 4x minus 2 minus 1. So simply 4x minus 3. Last page. Now we're just going to add them. So g plus f, you can even do that right here. 3x squared is going to have nobody to play with. Negative x plus 2x is just x. And then 4 minus 1 is plus 3. Now this one you got to be careful. This is f. So 3x squared minus x plus 4 minus, in parentheses, 2x minus 1. So this is going to become 3x squared minus x plus 4, same thing, minus 2x plus 1. So the 3x squared again is alone, but this time minus x minus 2x is minus 3x. And 4 plus 1 is 5. All right, now this one's multiplication, g times f. I like to put my binomial first. It's written that way, but I also like to do this. Times 3x squared minus x plus 4. And then you're going to take the 2x times all three things. You should end up with 6 terms when you're done. So 2x times 3x squared is 6x cubed. 2x times negative x is negative 2x squared. And 2x times 4 is 8x. Now we're going to do negative 1 times each of these. Because of space, I'm going to write underneath, and I'm going to line them up. So negative 1 times 3x squared is negative 3x squared. Negative 1 times negative x. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake here. I think I said it but didn't write it. That's 8x. 2x times 4 is 8x. Negative 1 times negative x is plus x. And minus 4. Combine these, 6x cubed minus 5x squared plus 9x minus 4. And f divided by g is 3x squared. All you literally do is do this. But then remember, with a fraction, we cannot have 0. So we have to set this equal to 0 and solve and say x cannot be 1/2. So there's 2 steps to this one. The simple part, just write it as a fraction. But then the second part, find out the one number x can't be right there. And that's it.